everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be ranking the members of Uchu Sentai Kyuranger, and the gimmick with this season is that there are 12 members, and unfortunately about half of them aren't that great, but the other half are good to great in my opinion. So I'll try to keep my thoughts brief on each character considering there's 12 of them, but for most of them I won't really have much to say about them. It's also been quite a while since I last saw Kyurangers, so I might get some information wrong, and if I do, bear with me. Numbers 12 through 7 are characters I don't really care too much about, but 6 through 1 are characters I think are pretty good. So yeah, without further ado, this is my ranking for the characters of Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. In last place, easily, is Garu, Okame Blue, and my main problem with him is that his whole personality is just to follow around Lucky, so he really isn't even that much of a character. He has like an interesting thing in that he's the last of his kind, but he doesn't really do anything with that. He just follows around Lucky, and even in the end when everyone goes their separate ways, he just tags along with Lucky. So with that, he's just really annoying. Number 11 is Kotaro Sakuma, Koguma Sky Blue, and he's a child character, and usually I don't like those, but he's actually pretty good. He's not annoying at all. He just isn't around very much and just doesn't seem like he should be there. He definitely just seems like a filler character to like make even more Rangers, even though I feel like 10 is enough, but going out to 12. As a character, he's fine. He's not annoying, but he does disappear for a little while and never really brings anything interesting, so that's why he's this low. Number 10 is Raptor Washi Pink, and she's also fine. I like that she's mostly the navigator, but also has a relationship with the Orion. That's pretty cool considering they're both robots, but I don't know if this is true or not, but she feels like she's the one who always gets shafted and never actually gets to go out, because I don't remember a lot of times where she actually gets to go out into the field and be Washi Pink. So she doesn't really get that much opportunities in a lot of episodes. She basically just feels like a normal like navigator filler character, or like a command center filler character that just so happens to be a ranger. Number 9 is Nagare Hibitsukai Silver, and I don't know if this is controversial or not, but Nagare is one of the only characters to get actual focus, I think, other than like Champ, Stinger, Lucky, and Tsurugi. But he's definitely, I don't like him. The bit that he doesn't have any emotions, I mean, it's funny once in a while, but like that joke gets tiring after it's like the only thing he can. And when he does turn evil, I feel like it goes on for way too long, and it just gets resolved really in an unsatisfying way. So I just think he's kind of annoying, and it kind of sucks that he's one of the only characters to actually get any focus, considering he's mostly just a bit character, and although he has a good relationship with Balance, I just don't really like Nagare. I think he's kind of annoying. Number 8 is Hammy Chameleon Green, and I don't really have much to say about her. She's likable, but she barely gets any focus at all. I know she's a ninja, but other than that, I really don't know anything about her. She's fine, but yeah, other than that she's a ninja, I don't really know anything else about her. Number 7 is Spada Kajiki Yellow, and kind of similar to Hammy, he's kind of just a one-note character. He's a chef, and that's basically his entire personality. Although I think he's pretty funny, and I like that he says grazie a lot. But yeah, he's likable, he's kind of charismatic, but also he gets almost no focus like most of the Kyurangers. And so he's likable, but he's alright, mostly because he doesn't really get any focus. Number 6 is Sho Rampo, Ryu Commander, and I really like him. He's a lot like Deca Master, obviously, because he's the mentor and then becomes a ranger later. But I like that, as opposed to Deca Master, who's mostly serious, Sho Rampo is really goofy. And so I like that we just didn't get, he wasn't just Deca Master again, he has his own flair. Other than that, I don't really have much else to say about him. He's a goofy mentor figure who also becomes a ranger, and that's good enough for me. Number 5 is Balance, Tenbin Gold, and he's just really charismatic and likable. He has a really good relationship with Nagare. Like, even though I don't like Nagare, Balance definitely makes me like him more. It's just really wholesome how much he cares about Nagare. Yeah, he's just goofy. He's funny. Yeah, I don't really remember much else about Balance if I'm being honest, but I remember him being really likable, and honestly, that's enough for him. He doesn't really get any focus, but he is definitely the reason why I like Nagare a little bit more than I probably would have otherwise. Number 4 is Lucky, Shishired. And even when I first saw Kyuranger, when I didn't really like this type of character, I still really liked Lucky, even though he was like a generic red of that time with a catchphrase and like, believe in yourself, and it's preachy and stuff like that. But I just always liked him. I think his catchphrase is always funny. Unlike Takaharu, where it was kind of grating, I feel like his catchphrase was always a cool moment. And it was really fun to say, Yosha, Lucky. But also the fact that he mellows out once he gets the Orion powers, and the fact that even though he is like a special character with his luck, the fact that it's kind of the reason why his luck is that he believes in himself, which is super cheesy. But the fact that he isn't just given luck out of nowhere, the fact that he believes in himself is the reason why his luck, at least there's a reason for it, even though it's super cheesy. And yeah, I just really like Lucky. He's one of my favorite reds. Number 3 is Stinger, Sasori Orange. And he's probably the character with the most focus, besides Lucky, with his entire thing with his brother, and also with his relationship with Champ, thinking that he killed the doctor. He's kind of like a generic, like, badass, ambivalent to the other characters, at least at first, but then grows to like them. So that's probably why he's in first, just because I feel like this character is in so much tokusatsu, especially Kamen Rider. He's just a cool character. Other than that, I don't really remember much about him, but I really like his relationship with Champ later in the season, and yeah, he's just a cool character. Number 2 is Champ, Oshi Black, and he's mostly like a brawler, bruiser type character, but he has his relationship with Stinger, which is really cool. I know he dies some point in the season and then gets reconstructed, and that was a pretty cool moment. But yeah, this is kind of a superficial thing, but just because that he's a lot bulkier in his suit, that's super cool. But yeah, other than that, he's mostly just like a generic, like, big brawler type character, and I just really like him. Number 1 is Tsurugi Otori, Ho Soldier, and he's one of my favorite 6 Rangers. I know he's technically not the 6 Ranger Ryu Commander is, but to me, he's always been the 6 Ranger. And he's just really charismatic, but also he's flawed. He's very arrogant, and in a lot of ways, he's like an opposite to Lucky. They're very similar in that they're both good at things, but Lucky relies on his luck, while Tsurugi is just skilled, but he's also like very arrogant about it. And just the way he talks, like the pronoun he uses for himself is Ore-sama, which is very like hoity-toity and speaking like very highly of yourself and not very polite. Just the fact that he's like the leader of the Space Association from the past, he's pretty much like a great hero, but he's cool, but he's also funny. He's charismatic, and I'm pretty sure he's like one of the reasons why Don Armigate overtook Cuervo, at least if I'm remembering that right. He changes throughout the season. Yeah, he's just great. Probably my second favorite 6 Ranger, only behind Tokyu Rokugo. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I didn't mean to take this long to make this video. I was gonna do it 2 weeks after my Ninja video, but it still might come out within 2 weeks, but I just took a little break, and then I got swamped with work. My next video is probably going to be about Kamen Rider Ghost. I should be done with rewatching Kamen Rider Ghost by then, because I have a lot of work in the next month or so I'm not even sure when that next video will come out. At least 3 weeks from now, but I wouldn't expect more than a month. But if it's not the Kamen Rider Ghost video, I'll do a video on my favorite Kamen Rider suits. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Feedback is also appreciated. Have a great day.